David was a 32-year-old man who lived in a busy city. Every day he woke up early, put on his work clothes, and took the train to his office. He worked in finance and spent most of his day looking at numbers on a screen. At first, he enjoyed his job. It was exciting, fast, and full of challenges. But after a few years, things began to change. David started to feel tired all the time. He worked long hours, even on weekends. His phone never stopped ringing. His email inbox was always full. And no matter how much he worked, there was always more to do. His boss often said, "Work hard. Don't waste time. Results matter the most." David listened. He wanted to succeed. He wanted to make his family proud. So he pushed himself harder. He skipped vacations, said no to his friends when they invited him to dinner. Kay even stopped going to the gym. Slowly, David began to feel empty. Kay couldn't remember the last time he laughed. Kay's days felt the same. Wake up, go to work, come home, sleep, again and again. He started asking himself, is this what life is all about? One morning, David looked in the mirror and barely recognized himself. He had dark circles under his eyes. His shoulders were heavy. His face had lost its smile. He whispered to himself, "I'm tired, really tired." That day at work, David couldn't focus. He made mistakes in his report. During a meeting, he forgot important numbers. His boss was angry. "David, what's happening to you?" he asked. David just said, "I'm sorry, I'll fix it." But inside, something broke. On his way home, David sat on the train and stared out the window. The city lights passed by, but he didn't notice them. He felt numb. He knew he couldn't go on like this. Something had to change. When he got home, he called his mother. "Mom," he said, "I don't feel good. I think I need a break." His mother listened patiently and said, "Then take one. Your health is more important than any job." That night, David made a decision. He wrote an email to his boss. "I need some time off. I've been feeling exhausted and I need to take care of my health. I hope you understand." He turned off his phone, closed his laptop, and packed a small bag. The next morning, he took a bus to a small village by the mountains. It was quiet, green, and peaceful, very different from the city. For the first time in years, David had no meetings, no calls, and no emails. He woke up to the sound of birds. He took long walks in nature. He sat near a river and just listened to the water. He read books, something he hadn't done in a long time. He started writing in a journal. Slowly, his mind began to rest. At first, it felt strange. He was so used to being busy that doing nothing made him nervous. But after a few days, he started to relax. He slept better. He laughed again. He even made friends with a local man who ran a small cafe. They talked about life, family, and dreams. David stayed in the village for 3 weeks. During that time, he remembered who he was. Not just a worker, but a human being with feelings, hopes, and needs. One evening, while watching the sunset, he wrote in his journal, "This break changed me. I didn't know how tired I was until I stopped. I was running on empty. Now I feel alive again." When he returned to the city, he felt different. He walked slowly, noticed the sky, and smiled at people. At work, he talked to his boss honestly. I love my job, he said, but I need to work in a healthier way. I can't lose myself again. Surprisingly, his boss understood. I've felt the same way, he admitted. Maybe we all need to slow down sometimes. David made some changes. He started leaving the office on time. He took small breaks during the day, met friends on weekends, and made time for hobbies. Life wasn't perfect, but it was better. He felt more balanced, more human. People around him noticed. You look different, a colleague said. Happier. David smiled and said, I just took a little break. That's all. In the months that followed, David continued to take care of his well-being. He still worked hard, but not at the cost of his health. He learned that taking care of yourself isn't a weakness. It's a strength. Sometimes we all feel like we have to keep going, even when we're tired. We think stopping means we're failing, but the truth is, sometimes we need a break not to escape life, but to return to it stronger. David's story is a simple one, but it reminds us of something important. You are not a machine. You are a person, and you deserve rest, peace, and joy.